welcome to Bike Nord. My name is Göran and I will talk about Saxon motorcycles today. Saxon motorcycles, the bike that I have behind me, is a bike that is made in Phoenix, Arizona, in the States, United States of America. And they made a lot of great choppers like Warlord, this Firestorm for example, and some Barbers, etc. This bike is quite unique because there was some guys in Netherlands who actually got a CRC certificate on these bikes, and so they are street legal totally in Europe. So anyone in Europe can drive this bike without any problem or hassle with the police or something like that. So it's a totally street legal bike. We will take it for a ride as well, and I will give you a tour about the bike and how it looks like. Then we take a ride and we go from there. So here we have the Saxon Firestorm. It's Pro Street kind of look, with a 21 front wheel, 21 inches front wheel and 18 inches back wheel. It got SNS engine, 19.6 cubic inch. It got the 6-gear Baker, right side drive, gearbox, and of course a belt drive, super trap, exhaust, and the 260 rear wheel, 260 wide, and you got LEDs in the back. The bike has Brembo brakes. And it's actually really beautiful. Extra is the painting on the gas tank. It's actually something you have to pay extra for when they sold the bike. And this is the blackout version, and we also have the logo on the disc brakes. Blackout version, when it came out, was also a little bit extra expensive. I think this bike was close to 40,000 euros when it arrived to Europe. The 6-gear is really beautiful. This has also passenger pegs, foot pegs for passenger. There is also a passenger saddle that you can attach with directly to the fender. 6-speed Baker RSD gearbox, SNS 96 cubic inch engine. With this bike we also provide some extra features like a blacked out super trap system that is coming with the bike, also blacked out air filter, SNS style. And the lines of the bike is really nice. If you look from the back, you see this tail on the fender, on the saddle. It goes through all the bike to the tank, and actually the front fender as well, as you see. The edge is over there. And then you have the hydraulic clutch. That's convenient. Then you have the instrument. It's a digital speedometer with a digital RPM meter. I will try to fire it up. Here you see. So if you push the Saxon symbol, 3,710 kilometers. So it's hardly ridden actually, this bike. And if we fire it up, you got the Harley handles. So if you ride a Harley, you recognize how to use all the controls, because it's original Harley-Davidson. As you see, the speedometer. As you see on the number plate holder, it's not the original one. It's for when we do the registration in Sweden, we need this kind of holder for the registration plate. But with the bike, it comes with original American plate holder, and there is backlight in that as well. So all that comes with a bike. These kind of small plates are not legal in Sweden, but it's possible to have the original license registration holder, plate holder, of course. So I will take it for a ride later on. It's a little bit warm in Sweden today. I think we have 32 degrees. So for you guys that think there is ice bears on the streets in Sweden, you're really wrong. So, but this summer has been quite extreme. Are you interested in this bike? Please contact us at info@bikeNord.se, and we will take contact with you and tell you more about the bike. So let's ride it. Okay, then we are back on the bike for a short trip, and I will explain a little bit more about the bike's potential. This bike is a Saxon Firestorm, and I promised you that we should go for a test ride. and yeah, that's what we are doing now. This bike is actually really good in its handling, even if there is a very wide angle on the front fork. It's very easy to control. It's very stable in the curves, and we have actually ridden it in the Austrian Alps as well, and believe it or not, it's really easy to handle on all these switchback roads that you find in the Austrian Alps. The engine is really nice, and there is a lot of power. The gearbox is a 6-speed gearbox from Baker, right side drive, and when you are in 6th gear, it's really good cruising speed, like 90 to 100 kilometers per hour. It's really nice. There is some vibrations, of course, in the bike, but it's a Harley engine, so actually not. It's an SNS, but still, this kind of bikes, of course, have these kind of engines are, of course, not vibration free. It's there is a life in the engine, and you feel it when you ride it that the bike is. There is a soul in the bike. The turn signals are like the Harley Davidson. It's when you have done your turn, they will switch off automatically, so you don't have to think about the turn signals that you are forgetting them or something like that. Hydraulic clutch is very nice, sensitive, and feels good. Now let's see what the bike can do. Kind of acceleration. It's okay. It's really cool. Now maybe I'm in 1500 RPM, 1200 RPM, 6th gear, 90 to 100 kilometers per hour. Really nice cruising speed. So I really like this bike. I take short trips on this bike. I can go to the beach, go to the city, cruising along the seaside. Yeah, I have a lot of fun with this bike. What I forgot to tell you is that you can actually bring a passenger with you. There is a passenger seat that comes with the bike, and passenger foot pegs are already on the bike, and it's certified for in a CRC document for 2 people. So when you are cruising, you can always maybe find a passenger that wants to ride with you. That's cool. This bike is of course for sale, so if you're interested to buy it, I think we would like to have something like 22,500 euro. 22,500 euro, that's approximate 225,000 Swedish crowns. But we are flexible, so let's discuss it. Maybe you have something that you want to get rid of, bike or a nice car or whatever. We can always think about that as a trade-in as well. So we are not afraid for trade-in something of what you already have, bike or a nice car. This bike has rolled like 365 miles. That's European mile or Swedish mile. In kilometers it is 3,650. After this trip today, a little bit more of course, but 3,650 kilometers are more or less what the bike has done, so it's actually brand new, more or less. The price for the bike new is almost 400,000 Swedish crowns, 398,000 Swedish crowns. That's approximate 40,000 euro. 40,000 euro. So the price for this bike is very low and convenient. So if you're looking for something that nobody else has, because this bike is the one and only in Scandinavia. I know there is a guy in Russia, a friend of Putin, who has this bike. Otherwise, I don't know if there is any more in Europe. In the States, maybe. I think we sold a little bit more in the US. But you don't have to be afraid of that, because you have a unique bike and all the parts you can still buy off the shelf. So you know, Brembo brakes, the Brembo brakes, and the SNS engine, the Super Trap exhaust system, RC component wheels, etc., etc. All the products and the pieces on the bike are actually standard products that you can buy anywhere. Yeah, so now we are back. The only reason we sell this bike is of course because that we have no space for it anymore. So yeah, that was all for me now, and don't forget to subscribe and like us, whatever, if you do, and until next time, have a really nice day. Bye bye.